my channel. I am super happy that you're here and watching. It's another wonderful Wednesday, and today we'll be talking beauty. Yes, but not your conventional form of beauty. I know people have trouble with that word, but you understand what I mean. Not your everyday type millennial, you know, slap on makeup, this, that type beauty. No honey, this is not that kind of video, okay? So if that's the kind of video you're looking for, I'm sorry, this is not what it's about. This week we're going to be delving into indigenous, traditional African tribal marks, what they mean, and how to revive it in 2018, honey. Because yes, there are a lot of fine boys and fine girls walking around with tribal marks, and a lot of people demonize it, okay, find it to be bush, to be uncouth, to be uncivilized almost, okay? And I want to shed light on this form of beauty, okay? Let's dig into it. So if you haven't subscribed to my channel, Top Salt Culture, this is your opportunity. Subscribe right now, subscribe right here, okay? And yeah, when you are done subscribing, then let's delve into it. You see, beauty is in the eye of the beholder, but I strongly disagree with that. Yes, it's in the eye of the beholder, but beauty is also taught. Okay, people are taught what is beautiful and what's not beautiful, and this is the truth. Okay, if you grow up in a household where your mother is super glamorous and she leaves her hair out natural, fluffy, you know, grown and nice, and she takes care of herself, you tend to believe that that fro, all that stuff that mama got going on and everybody calls her beautiful, that's beautiful, that's what I want. When I grow up, I want to have a fro like my mom's, okay? If you grow up in a house where your mom wears wigs all the time, or her hair is cut low and she's gorgeous and she takes care of herself, you start to begin to believe that that's what beauty is, right? If you grew up in a household where, or even like your social and your outside environment, right? Not just your family and your immediate circle, but society around you, right? If they believe that and they teach you that, you know what, dark skin is so hot, so beautiful, you know what, that's what's up, I want to be a dark skin babe, and then they look at light skin girls like this, scum of the earth, and you know, well, you know, no, maybe not the scum of the earth, but you know, they're yellow like baby poo, like then you grow and you begin to believe that there's something wrong with caramel skin or light skin babes, and you know what, dark skin is the way forward, okay? So this, I'm bringing up colorism, right? But that's just a facet, just part of what of how beauty is defined mainstream, right? African culture is one thing. If you're thick, you have a nice booty, you're considered juicy, you're considered womanly, and that's beautiful, right? So when I was growing up, when I was, you know, much younger, I was very, very skinny. Literally, you could blow me and I'd fly away, okay? And they called me crayfish. So it wasn't the most attractive thing, right? Until I became a full woman, right? And all my curves, okay, skinny girls are full, skinny women are full women too. But what I'm talking about is my biological development, right? So when I became a full woman in that sense, then, you know, everything started filling out, you know, my thighs became thicker, my bum became rounder and fatter, if you will. And things just started filling out, the boobs started coming out, you know, I was all fish, honey, fish, I was woman. So yeah, at that point, I was lucky enough to be in West Africa, right? And so all that thickness is like, they're loving it, they're like, yes. But then if you transition and you go to the United States, where white culture was the predominant culture on mainstream media, right? At the time when I first came, very, very early 2000s. So in the rap videos, yes, with black culture, you would see the nice, you know, big booties and whatever, but it was still very niche, right? It was like subculture almost, black culture, not mainstream. So what was popping was the skinny girls. If you were really skinny, you had a low waist, like yes, you were fish and you were popping. But as time went on, these white women racially ambiguous women started being on mainstream media. I'm talking Jennifer Lopez, yes honey, because you're Latina. So when Jennifer Lopez came on scene, and then, you know, after a while Kim Kardashian, and then, you know, Beyonce and all that, you start thinking, okay, they like these girls. Okay, they're juicy, they're pretty in the face, and the booty's thick, but like, is that pretty? Is that beautiful? Slowly but surely that became a standard, and everybody was like, oh my god, yes, we like big fat booties. This is what we like, right? And that subculture started, you know, sipping into mainstream. And today, if you ain't got a big booty, honey, you better go to the doctor in Queens somewhere in the basement, honey, try not to get killed. But yeah, so long story short, beauty is ever evolving, right? What people think is beauty keeps changing, you know, from the body shape, you know, to makeup techniques, from drawing one line to now bushy brows. Like, it keeps evolving, keeps changing. I fell in love with this guy who had so many freckles. Like, he was like freckle galore. Woo, child! Everything, so many freckles on his face. He was a black boy, an African man, an African boy. We were young, and I just fell in love with him. I loved him so much that he had a great personality, and he was just freckle galore, yo. I was like, damn, I like it. And I started wondering, why do I like this? This is so different. Why haven't I ever looked at someone like that before, an albino guy, or a guy with, like, you know, a lot of freckles like this? Why haven't I thought about him as beautiful? But I really like, and I'm unashamed to say it, I love it. You know, when I tell people, sometimes they're like, ooh, is that what you like? And I'm like, he's a human being, he's a person, and he's a little bit exotic to me, but I'm beautiful, right? I don't like using that word. It's not like a wild animal, but he was beautiful and it was different. I never opened my eyes to consider them as beautiful, and that's me just being honest. Because of the environment I lived in, it was considered bush, like you're a bush person. How will your mother be cutting you in the face, or your father like drawing marks? It's a sign of you being uncivilized. Come into the real world, come to the modern age, join us, get rid of that. Okay, in 2018, of course today you can like get rid of your tribal marks, but then I never understood why. But slowly, you know, while in New York, I met this guy who had like the most pronounced tribal marks, and he was so hot, dark skinned, tall, so well spoken, so intelligent. The thing is, when your mind, I'm able to connect with someone's mind, I'm able to see the full person, and I'm able to fall in love with different parts of them, until I fall in love with the whole of them. And just being in the presence and forming a friendship and all that, I just realized how incredibly beautiful he is, and how I must have been missing out, how my friends must have been missing out, how other people must have been missing out on great, amazing, beautiful men and women, because they cannot see past their gorgeous tribal marks, okay? And the thing about tribal marks is they're considered beauty marks in some tribes, right? The Yoruba people give tribal marks to distinguish what tribe you're from, right? And also what responsibilities within the clan you belong to, what responsibilities you as an individual have to undertake and have to carry out and have to embody, right? The Wodabe women and the Fula women, they have their tribal marks as well, and it means different things. It could be beauty marks, it could be just for beauty, it could be a sign that you are of a certain age, it could be a sign that you're of marriageable age or that you're not of marriageable age. And with the Dinkas of Sudan, for example, the boys have like a V-type sparsed tribal mark on the forehead as a rite of passage mark. And then Ethiopian women also have like little round marks that they put on their bodies as well, Some of them you would call scarification, right? So tribal mark, scarification, it all depends like mainly where the body it is, right? And for the body marks, the women do it as a form of like a beauty, right? So they're marriageable age, and you put all this on your body, you adorn yourself with certain scarifications and beauty marks and tribal marks, and it signals something from afar. So without even talking, someone can know what tribe you belong to, what age group you are, what kind of chick you are, like or what kind of guy you are. You're trying to communicate that like this is how you see yourself, and you're probably very vain, and you're into your looks, and you're attracting the opposite sex, and so this is the mark that you put in your body. Or you're a full woman now, you've actually given birth to a woman. Or you are, a mother now, and so these are the marks that you carry, so the scarifications that you would carry. So each tribal mark means something, and they're the tribal marks that Igbo people cut their face right here, right underneath their eyes and other different body parts, and it's to chase away the devil and evil spirits. So I just wanted to enlighten you guys a little bit about tribal marks, what they mean. So when you see someone with tribal marks, you don't immediately like discard them, like, oh, this bush person is uncivilized person. No, please, that's stupid. Okay, they're human beings like everyone else. This is what their parents, this is basically identification mostly from their parents. So it should just maybe enlighten you of what kind of background the person is from, how traditional their parents are, or their grandparents, or their family, right? So it's one indication of the family the person is from, and their beliefs and all that. And it's so important to keep your culture. It's so important to revere your culture, because if you don't, nobody else will. You guys are going to wait until Kim Kardashian now starts doing tribal marks. Then you would say, okay, you know what, that's civilized, it's in. No, you better love yourself, okay, African people. You better love yourself. You better respect your tradition. You better love your own. So when you see a sexy brother or a sexy woman, okay, with tribal marks, give them the time of day. Talk to them, engage, understand where it's from, okay? You see certain tribal marks and you're like, oh, did you go through something as a child? Were you sick as a child? And so they had to ward off any evil or negative energy around you. So these marks tell a story of the family the person's from, the tribe the person's from, the beliefs, etc. Okay, so find out what that story is. It just makes the person, the individual, much more interesting, to me at least. So that's it this week on tribal marks and alternative indigenous forms of beauty. Until next week, I've been your host, La Chichimambo, and if you haven't subscribed, go ahead and subscribe right now. By the way, you guys, I wanted to let you know that we've started doing audio broadcasts, live audio broadcasts on our Facebook channel, okay? And we'll be putting some of them on YouTube, but if you haven't subscribed to our Facebook page, Pop, Salt and Culture by Media Critique, go ahead and subscribe right now. I have put a link to that in the description below. I love you guys.